It's a brother
and a sister.
It's a brother and a sister.
Brother and a sister. Yo, brother. Yo, sister.
Yo, brother.
Yeah, no, I didn't think I was going to start my morning with soccer chat, so that was fun. That was fun.
It kind of hurt our feelings because both our favorite teams.
Yeah, no, they're in the gutter.
Yeah, gutter.
Yeah,
gutter smarter. Hello, brother.
Hello, sister. How are you?
Up?
I'm very, very well.
Good.
Ups and downs, more ups than downs.
That's fantastic.
But I'm down for some more ups.
What happened this weekend?
This weekend, this weekend was so far in terms of comedy. Firstly, on Friday, I did Soweto Theatre.
Nice.
I did Tabiso Mhlongo's comedy wish list.
Okay.
It was too fire. Whole lineup was fire. I thought it was gonna be like all the acts coming, like Celeste and Skumba and all of those people. But no, it was like a lineup of just new acts, including myself.
That's dope.
And everyone did well.
But you did well.
But I did it. I did what like greatness comes in all shapes and sizes.
I don't think you have a concept of how happy that makes me. When you come back home and you're like, who am I?
Esh.
Simma.
We did it again.
Who am I? It makes me so happy. And then
Thank you.
didn't just have one this weekend. You had another and another.
Yeah, no, I was on a streak. My streak ended last night, though. I was on a good streak.
Yeah, but last night, none of the things that happened were your fault.
Ish. Nah.
It was raining. There was no parking close by. And also, whatever happened, it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I know. But the weekend was very good. During that show, Skumba out of the blue just popped up, came on stage, and he gave shout outs to everyone. Yeah. But he specifically said that Moloi kid, I would like him to open for me. So, and that one was trippy because when you start doing stand up, you have a specific style already. Yeah. I don't do much vernac comedy.
Sure.
Any vernac comedy. So like Skumba is viewed as
no vernac comedy.
I've made some Afrikaans jokes, but, okay. The thing that like tripped me out is that Skumba is the guy, he's the vernac comedy king.
Yeah.
And you get told all the time that you can never do, if you can't, if you're not gonna speak Zulu or Sotho at these rooms, then don't even bother.
Sure.
And then for him to tell me he would like me to open is like, finally, like that just broke me out the cage.
That's great.
That felt great. And then I also opened up for Jam at Theatre on the Square.
Nice.
And the last time I was there was when we did the newcomer showcase. So it was just like, if I can applaud please, for any reason, go to a normal comedy show wherever, like at any bar.
Sure.
And then go to a theater show.
What's the difference?
Massive difference is just the energy. People are there for comedy. You're not trying to convince people to have a good time. People want to have a good time because they spent 120 or 150 or 2 whatever
on a ticket. So
they not only are they eager, but it's like, we're here to have a good time. The comics are more relaxed. Obviously there's pressure now because you paid money, but the vibes are just better.
But it also feels like the audience is willing you to do well.
Yes.
We're all on the same side here. Impress us. We want to laugh.
Yes, exactly.
I love that.
So
done.
My weekend was great. And then last night, the devil came out and that nigga works hard. Real hard.
He said, let there be rain and thunder.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like it was it was a show. It was a show. It was more of a show for me than the audience.
What does a less positive show teach you?
A less positive show teaches, there's this one expression where it's like, don't let a bad show get to your heart, don't let a good show get to your head. And this weekend was getting to my head. So I'm actually happy that I had last night's show to just there's no more
keep
pressure.
You humble.
Yeah. And that was pretty much my weekend.
I love that for you. Well done.
And yourself? How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I do all of the normal mom stuff on a Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Sports, activities, play dates. And then I had this experience that I just had to TikTok about. And I haven't TikToked in a while, but this was like, I have to get this out. Yeah. And essentially what I realized is I'm at that age now where people are starting to call me ma'am. No matter where I go, yes, ma'am. Would you like a bag for that, ma'am? How much can we pay you, ma'am? Yeah. What's going on, ma'am? And I just vented about it on my social media. And can I tell you what? So many people related.
For real?
Oh, yes. People were like, I'm only 32 and suddenly I'm the mamzo. Everywhere I go, I get called auntie so-and-so. I had my Afrikaans friends saying, imagine now being called Danny.
Danny, yeah.
Danny so-and-so, you know? So it's going to happen. It's fine. And then I had one comment who said, why you 80s girls don't want to grow up? Chomiaka, it's not that we don't want to grow up. The issue is we're not grown up. We're still the same as when we were 26. It's a thing that's going to happen to you. Nothing about you feels Danny's cunt.
Except your knees.
Except your knees sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's from overuse. I've done it plenty with these knees. And it's just a reckoning. It's just a reckoning. And it's not such a big deal. But it was an interesting chat to see how many people got involved in that.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, I thought, let's just go to the spa because we need to relax.
Because ma'am needs to rest.
Ma'am needs to chill.
Yes.
And we did.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
It was fun.
That was very, very fun. That was for the first moment, like they were calling me sir in the thing.
Of course.
And I was like, I've only recently started being called sir, but that's because, like I fetch the kids from school sometimes.
Yeah.
And then when I get called sir, it's weird. At first it was like, very I'm a sir. Yeah. And then, but now it's the thing that always trips me up about sir, getting called sir now is like, I'm now realizing, like, I haven't been in like a high school for like 5 years, like to learn.
Yeah.
And it's so trippy, like thinking about like gents that were on my age now that used to like go and date girls in like matric and stuff. And like I bump into these matric girls and I'm like, bro, these are kids, bro. This is like, yo, brother,
I went to school. There were two particular girls in school. And it's so strange now thinking of your age and thinking of us in high school.
Yeah.
And they both had boyfriends with cars who would fetch them from school. And that's not a 21-year-old guy. That's, I think at minimum 24, 25.
That's insane.
We were in grade 10, 11, and 12.
Brother, that's mental. That means you're 17.
Yeah,
you haven't even
16.
You're only learning about parabola now at that point, bro.
About what?
Hyperbola. I did pure maths for like one term, so that's the only thing. That's the last thing I remember in pure maths, and then. But yeah, you
again. No, I want to know.
Parabola. Ebola.
Parabola.
Yeah, parabola. That's that one. Parabola.
You're killing me.
No, it's not that.
I don't remember what that is.
No.
But what's trippy is, how old are you?
23.
That's the last time I was in high school.
Why? Yo, my days.
Why was I in high school?
In 23.
Yeah?
Why were you in high school at 23?
23 years ago, parabola.
Oh, 23. Oh, damn. Ghana, yo.
Pure maths, one term. It's showing.
I was like, that number actually, like, it tripped me up. Yeah.
Because you were born the year I was in matric.
Yes. And people thought that you were my mom for the longest time. Yeah. But like you had a teenage pregnancy and the whole shebang.
I know.
But yeah, no, that is very tricky.
People thought that because I was a KTV presenter, my mom took over I'm actually the mom. And I had a teenage pregnancy. But then they were trying to hide it because I was a kids TV presenter. What a parabola of a story. Just to hide a baby.
Absolute nonsense.
Like, this is my mother's baby.
We don't even have the same nose.
Don't we?
Now, yours is a bit, that's a schnoz,
I have a schnoz.
You have a schnoz. I have a nose.
Sure.
You got a sniffer. Got a breather.
Don't come near my sniffer.
Yeah, no. I
can sniff it out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the one.
Whatever.
Anyway.
Whatever.
But actually, that brings us to our topic today.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about bullying. And in particular, we're talking about, well, how did bullying shape us? Like our perception of the world you got the last time you got high school bullied was 23 years ago. I got bullied, like high school bullied 5 years ago. Yeah. So is it still all the same? Is it different? Cyberbullying, how does that,
Yeah, sure.
Because also, even when you're talking about, like, people thought you had a teenage pregnancy, that time you're just getting paid.
Yeah.
Like,
living my life.
How was that experience?
I think I brushed a lot of that off because it happened mostly when I was in first year, and I studied at a very liberal arts college. So everyone was a little bit nuts and had this backstory and da 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 da. So it wasn't like a very strict, straight down the line school. We were all artists. So it kind of ended very soon for me. That wasn't such a big deal.
Because everyone was getting pregnant. So it was like, we can't
judge.
No,
just because I kept telling them this is actually my brother. That's why. But then high school for me, there was some bullying, not like totally overt. I think because I was different, you're going to get bullied when you're different, right? So I'm different because of the way that I think, because of my artistic tendencies, because, I don't fall in line with a lot of things that people think are normal. And then I was a chunky kid. I was overweight.
No.
No, yeah, I was. You don't remember me like that, hey?
No, I don't.
I'll show you pictures.
No.
Please don't lie. When I did Strictly Come Dancing, you used to come with me and you used to say, I can't put my arms around you when I hug you.
Yeah, but I was like 8. My arms are pretty short. I couldn't put my arms around most people.
But you remember that time. So that time then, cyberbullying became huge. And there was this one particular man who took it upon himself every episode to call me out, to say I'm so unfit, I'm a bad role model. How can I be on a show with dancers and yet I look so horrific? As if people with weight can't dance. Relax, Joe. Relax. People are have you heard of Tsekeleke? People dance, no matter what.
Thanks.
So that became a bit of a cyberbullying thing. But I also feel very fortunate somehow because I don't often have to stand up for myself. There'll be people who'll be like, don't talk about our girl that way, or go look at your mama before you look at Barbie. It happens a lot. But bullying for me just made me want success more. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. But elaborate?
Like, it didn't make me want to be smaller and hide. It made me want to get revenge.
Oh, I thought you were going to say bigger. Like, bullying made you fatter.
Maybe. But for me, it was like, oh, you want to talk like this about me? I'm going to haunt your life. I'm going to be on every show. I'm going to be on every billboard. You are never going to escape me.
Success is the best revenge. Okay.
And kill him with kindness, like Bonang always says. So I don't have to fight. I'm just going to go rock.
I'm going to succeed. I'll buy the car of your dreams.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, 1,000%. 1,000%. Sometimes I think about that often as well. Because there's times where like peak bullying for me, not I was bullying, but I was getting bullied, was primary school.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, there's times where I'll be working on something and I remember the face of a person that did said a thing about me, and then I'm like, now I want to work a little extra hard. Sometimes even when you go to the gym,
yes,
like
yes,
you're in the middle of like a rep, and then you're about to give up, and then you're like, yeah, I know, but what you said about my mouth at the time was just, and you can hit that last, like, couple, and it's a great, like, it's a great motivator. Yeah, it's a terrible feeling, but it is a great motivator.
And I also don't know if it is the best, healthiest option to motivate you.
Probably not.
But I think after a while, if you're able to do a lot of the healing work and the forgiving work and, whatever it is, then you're able to let that go. But for a good chunk of after school life, that really motivated me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big time. But I also think that bullying is slightly different for boys than for girls. Bullying is bullying, right? So a bully is this maybe insecure person who gets bullied by their own parents at home, has some issues, and so in order to feel big, they come and they pick on somebody, right? So that's what bullying is, regardless of age, regardless of whatever. But I was never really in a physical altercation due to bullying. Yeah. And I know some things happened to you.
Yeah, I know. That sounds so sus. No, like fights. It was fights.
Okay.
I don't know, when you say things happened to me physically, it sounds like I had like a problematic water polo coach. Like it just sounds a little sus. But no, no, there was a lot of like, it was physical stuff. It was like,
not water polo coach.
I can't even swim. Swear.
But yes, people would try and get into fights with you.
Yeah. And you know what the craziest part was? Because then it was that thing of like, people say if you're getting bullied, tell an adult. And I told mom. And she was the type of person that will like, mom is like, she will ride for her people. So she will come to the school and be like, wait, who's that lone nigga that was causing cack for my son? And then it became a thing where she would be like, yo, if you ever touch my, like it was like, I'm going to address that kid. I'm going to tell him he's massa, and then I'm out. Yeah. Cool. Then eventually that became my rep, where other boy, that became, at first it was protecting me in like the younger grades, but then as we started getting older and older, the boys started using that against me and being like, we're not scared of your mama. Go call your mom. Go say bad now or whatever. And then I was like, yo, dang, the thing that is supposed to like protect me is now the thing that they're using as ammo to like,
that's so hard,
break me down.
That's so frustrating.
That's also the one thing, when your bully's creative, like when he has good ideas. Okay. Like when they roasts are delicious. Like you wish like that was actually funny. I just hate the fact that I was
the butt of the joke,
the receiving end.
Is this what you got
all the time? It's just like, damn.
Can you tell us one? If it's not gonna hurt you, if it's cathartic,
it won't. Definitely won't hurt me. I'm just trying to remember. Like because I don't wanna like undersell my bullies.
I'll tell you one. I was in grade 8 at a new school. And a boy who everyone would know because they're like in the media. We were going around saying our names and introducing ourselves to the class. And I said my name, hi, I'm Pabi. And then he said, I'll always remember Pabi because she's so chubby. And the class,
and it was probably like his two friends next to him, just like, ha 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 ha.
No,
but
it was the whole class.
It was the whole class. Teacher included.
Maybe.
Yeah, funny. Yeah, like that always reminds me of like that Eminem song, Mr. Mathers, the fun and games are over. And just for that, son, I'm gonna give you extra hope. That one. Yes. And I always just picture like after like a teacher, your bully roasts you, and then like the teacher's just high-fiving your bully, like, nice.
That was creative.
Yeah, I appreciate that,
Yeah, so stuff like that would happen a lot.
I'm trying to think. For me, for me, your mama was big. Okay. So it was the usual, like, your mama's so poor, she uses tissues, your toilet paper, whatever, the usual stuff. And then my biggest insecurity is my mouth, right? And like that was because like I had braces.
Yeah.
And the whole thing. I was one of the only kids at my school that had braces.
Shocking.
Broke ass niggas, bro. So
are you sure they weren't bullying you because you were calling them broke ass?
But under my breath, they didn't hear me.
Okay.
Yeah. And then also my lips were huge. I grew into these lips. They're still big, but like they were this size when I was small. Yeah. So I was like, yo. So they had everything for me. Where like my lips are 80% of my face. I had this huge gap between my teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it in any of the pictures, but like between my teeth. So then guys were like, whenever.
Look at that Nunes. I don't want that Nunes to be bullied at school.
Yeah, man, he got his, man. But and then they were like, if someone had like 5 rand or whatever, they would be like, can we just put it in, slot it in between? You know, and
I get it.
Yeah, so no, they were creative, bro.
I don't think I can take anymore.
They were nice.
Hardcore. I'm sorry that happened to you. That sucks a lot.
Man, it's
and I also know why you didn't tell me a lot.
Why?
Because if you think mom is bad, imagine me.
That's what I always say. Like, I'm so glad you're a girl.
Why?
Like, if you were born a boy, there'd be too many people with like black eyes, with the same like ish baby.
Nigga, baby, I wasn't even
talking about her. I was, you know, and not to say that you're aggressive, but I just know like generally, I think women have a better temperament than most guys. So if you were a guy, you would be on some ask questions later type vibe. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad.
I'm not aggressive, and it takes a lot to push my buttons. Yeah. A lot to push my buttons. But don't push me because I'm close to the edge. And then this is the most important part. I think I'm getting the line right. Something like, I'm trying not to lose my head.
Yeah.
So 90% of the time, wherever you see me, I'm walking, I'm driving, I'm so like, don't worry about it. It's all going to be okay. But if I were a boy, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, Beyonce song for real.
And I know martial arts. I've done boxing training. And I obsessively think that I'm much larger than I actually am.
See, that's such a boy trait.
Yeah.
Like, I think every guy, like, well, not every guy, but most guys think they can beat people up that they shouldn't be able to beat. I, for no reason, absolutely no reason, sometimes like look at pictures of bears and I'm just like, not that I'll win, but I'm just like, give me prep time.
I could take on that bear.
Not like, I don't know why. Just innately, I just have that thing where it's just like, bare necessities in foot, bro. I can.
Who's the one, the Paul brother who's trying to fight Mike Tyson?
Jake Paul.
So Jake Paul, I've been watching that.
The docu.
It's kind of a put me on.
Okay.
Because I know you haven't watched it yet, but I've been watching the documentary. Only 3 episodes or 4 episodes have come out so far. And he has exactly that mentality. He looked at like champion of the world, Mike Tyson, and he was like, just give me some time. I'm going to the gym. Skip rope, push buttons, push. And he really is like, I'm there. And whether he wins or not, it's that mentality that no matter what it is, I could do that.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. The irrational, it's just self-belief.
You've got to have some of that in your life. Sorry, the Dululu is the Sululu. You've got to have some of that in your life. Otherwise, we wouldn't do anything.
1000%.
How could we be on a Spotify podcast?
Thanks, Spotify.
Just talking about our relationship, life. It's a level of Dululu.
Yes. No, 100%.
And I love it.
I love it here.
I love it here too.
Shout out Spotify for being so, kind to us. We love you very much. Yeah, shout out to Daddy Spotify.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's Spotify really hooked me up, hey? Like, does all the things for me.
Here's a question. Have you ever bullied someone?
Oof.
Have you ever been the bully? Because like you said earlier, a lot of the time they're insecure, they get hurt.
Yeah.
All of that. I've been hurt. You've been hurt. So
why wouldn't we take it out on other people?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't think I've gone out of my way to be a bully because I can't sleep at night. Like,
fair.
If we've even had an argument, you know how hard I tried to go, I'm so sorry I did this. I'm so sorry I said that. This is why I did that. Da, da, da. So I don't think I would go out of my way to be a bully. But there was an instance when I was in my 20s and I lost like 23 kilos, right? And then I had two friends who were overweight and would complain about their weight. And then I almost became like an evangelical priest. I was like, I know the solution. I know how to help you. Come with me. Join my cult. Let's do this together. Come on. I'm here to motivate you. And they hated it.
Yeah.
They resented me for it.
And you didn't see that.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
Until later. And they were like, listen, that's your life. That's not our life, you know? Yeah. So not outrightly bullying, but that I think is a form of something like that.
Yeah,
where
you're like that. You're like a Gary V. It's like, you gotta get off our lazy asses and get that money for only 99 Rand a month. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel and we can get you where you need to be.
And it's weird. I know how irritating those people are to me. Don't tell me what to do. But yet there I was going, I have the solution. Let's
subscribe to my course.
Yeah.
It's a 30-day course. And if you don't like it, you can unsubscribe, but you will love it. And
you'll see results. And you?
Yes, I have. But my bullying was towards my friends.
Okay.
Which I also makes me realize I have really great friends because like they forgave me and we spoke about it. And a lot of them, have you ever apologized to someone and they like the thing that you're apologizing for, they're just like, what are you talking about? And it's like, now it's awkward because it's like, never mind. Your life is nice. It's cool. And that happened to me, especially in primary school where like a lot of the time the same words people were using on me, like nerds and you guys are dogs and geeks or whatever. And then I'd go to my friends and be like, why are we such nerds? Why are we like losers? What's wrong with us? No, and like I was projecting that on, like putting that more on them. And it like just looking back at it, like I hate that part about me. Like that like doing therapies and stuff, like I talk more about that than the bullying that was put on me. You know, because I just like, and then you talk to the homies and then they're like, bro, but we were nerds and losers. So it was like, and I was like, no, but that wasn't okay that I said that to us.
Shame, man.
You know? So I look back at that a lot and I'm just like, damn, I definitely wish I didn't.
But you have a nerd loser stand-up comic, and this is his art, a nerd loser medical doctor at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Nerd loser frontman of a rock band, or is that more high school?
Oh, that's more high school, but yes. No, he was a pretty boy. Abdullah Skin. Shout outs
and
to
then you've got another one who was called Pokemon because you guys were into Pokemon cards.
Honestly, he's still a loser. He's your
bestie. And he is a graphic designer about to qualify, get his degree. So
now they're making it. They're all doing well. Yeah. And I'm just here on Spotify. Now jokes. But you know, it's that thing where I look at all the homies and I'm just like, yo, we actually did really okay.
Yeah.
For like the cards we were dealt with, we could have easily just like shriveled up and became nothing.
Yeah.
And now we turned it around.
I like your friends. You choose very good friends.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, you've got very, very good friends. So. Do you want to put me on to anything?
You put me on, bro.
Put me on, sis. Put me on. This week for Put Me On, I've been wanting to put you on this for a while because season 1 came out a very long time ago. It came out like 2 years ago.
So it's a show.
It's a show. It's a Netflix show.
Okay.
A Netflix series called Arcane.
Arcane.
Yeah, Arcane.
Okay.
It is one of like the best written shows. Never mind animated shows, just shows ever.
So Kidi Popeye.
I see why you got bullied, because you know what? You have a smart mouth. And
All
niggas
right,
are smart mouths.
It's an animated program.
Why am I here? I don't understand. You know, I'm trying to.
You know, I try to watch all your anime. What's that one that I love where they all turn into pigs and they eat everything, and the little girl is lost? It's like
Spirited Away.
I love Spirited Away.
Yeah.
And I love Super Strikers.
But
and I love you. Put me on Arcane.
You know, like
Askis. Arcane.
You know, I wanted this to marinate. I want you to just like remember this moment, so that next week when you come with your dreams and your hopes, you must just remember this moment. Okay, but Arcane is a new Netflix series. Well, season 2 is new. The series is like 2 years old now, but season 1 was so amazing. The story, the plot, every single character is like so well written, which is very hard to do. Like, especially when you like be watching these shows and you're just like, do people even understand what they're writing about?
Sure.
So for every character to be like amazingly well written is insane.
And I know how much you appreciate story arcs, but also character development.
Character development is insane. The art is insane.
Beautiful.
Look, it's not realistic in terms of, you know, I know you want physical, real.
I want whatever you're recommending to me.
Excellent. So yeah, no, definitely check out Arcane. Season 2 just came out, but they're doing that thing where they only release like 3 episodes a week now.
So then I can go back and start with season 1.
Finish up season 1. By the time you're done with season 1, there'll be 6 episodes waiting for you.
I'm in.
So
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And I'll give feedback the next time we're here.
You don't have to promise things, because now the viewers are gonna be like, oh, but didn't you?
That's why I'm putting myself on the line. I'm gonna watch some Arcane. Arcane.
This is gonna be fun. Next week is gonna be very fun, and I'm gonna bring it up. But anyway, that's
I'm gonna put you on, but it's not really for you necessarily. I want to put on my people, because remember I spoke about my TikTok and everyone calling me ma'am, Yes. And then I discovered that there is a side of TikTok called the over 40s TikTok. And in the over 40s TikTok, people are kind to each other.
Is it?
People give recommendations of vitamins that can give us vitality and where we can go to help our needs and things of that nature. And it's fabulous. So if you are in that age range and you watch TikTok sometimes, I love TikTok. I love to laugh. I love the dancing. I love being put onto the way people think. I love psychology. But then there's this other side, guys, on this Gen Alpha, Gen Z platform that's also for us, millennials, geriatric millennials. And it's the over 40 side of TikTok, and I love it.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys are just like, I'll trade you 2 Corenza Cs for 1 ACC 200, and that's like your your card game.
Correct.
Okay.
But also things like juggling, juggling all of the things that are on our schedule. That's very important for us to talk about and to get affirmation from somebody else. Because sometimes it can feel like I've taken on too much or I'm doing too much. But when another mummy says, me too, girl, it's a really beautiful, gratifying
so you guys
feeling.
can like unify and like, you know, you bond and struggle, 40-year-old.
Or just bond in celebration.
Okay.
Don't use words like struggle here.
Sorry, I thought you were used to that word because of, you know, the apartheid and, you know, the war.
Is this revenge because of Arcane?
No, of course not. Of course not. I mean, you can hear me, right? You can hear that I don't. You can hear me. I don't know if your hearing is still 100%.
The only issue I have is my vision.
Yeah, no, but that was like since you were 23.
Yeah.
So okay. Cool. Okay, so Ghana, what did you say it was? The 40-year-old side of TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay, 40-year-old side of TikTok. Definitely check that out if you want to find your community, And then, definitely check that out.
I love it. Put me on. Thank you.
That was Put Me On. Thank you, guys.
The 67th Annual Grammy Awards Music Awards Ceremony. We're going to go through some of the nominees and the possible winners according to us.
I love how you used your voice of God voice so that if the Grammys ever need you. Hey, if the Grammys are watching.
A very good evening and welcome to the 67th Grammy Awards.
Yeah, I know. You're the one.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? Which categories do you want to look at?
Firstly, I just need to say a lot of these nominations were really, really bad. Like, awful. There were so many great albums that came out this year that were not nominated.
Okay.
Schoolboy Q's album didn't get nominated for album of the year, for rap album of the year, and that was by far one of the best rap albums this year.
Did he get nominated anywhere else?
Nothing. Zero.
But there's a history with hip hop and the Grammys.
There's always something there.
All right, so album of the year. This ain't Texas, Cowboy Carter.
You already know how I feel. That one, like...
So it's a no.
Absolutely not.
Then this one. I'm going to give you the clue and then you must know.
It's Andre 3 Stacks.
Listen.
Mr. Benjamins.
It's called New Blue Sun.
I love it.
He doesn't really rap.
At all. He doesn't rap at all.
He just plays...
Flutes. Is this a flute album? He's just fluting the whole... fluting away.
I love that he got nominated for it.
I love it because it's like, it feels like the Grammys are trolling us at this point. At this point, it's like, damn, wow. And I love Andre 3000. I just want to see him succeed.
Yes.
But
musically, it was a good album.
It was a good album.
It just wasn't hip hop.
I don't think it should have been Album of the Year nominated. But
I do. I want him to win. I'm going to scream and shout and I'm going to celebrate him. Mm-hmm. Then there's Jesse Volume 4. I also Jacob Collier, Emily Laser, Chris Allgood. It's all good. Sweet and Short. I think this one is high up.
Kind of that Sabrina Carpenter.
I
think she has a great chance. That's like, I don't listen to Sabrina Carpenter, but then I had to because everyone was playing her.
Yeah.
So for sure,
I
can picture her.
I think her look is beautiful. I think her whole vibe is beautiful. And those songs are great pop songs.
Yeah, it was very hard to ignore Sabrina Carpenter this year. So I think she's gonna like sweep a lot of Grammys.
Love it. Your next favorite is Taylor Swift with the Tortured Poets Department.
I'm so ready to piss off Swifties. Like I'm like prepared, but I we just got the Spotify,
We have just arrived.
So like today is not the day, but I don't vibe with Taylor Swift.
So good luck, Taylor Swift. And the next one is The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess, Chappelle Roan.
Dave Chappelle Roan. Yeah. She's dope. I heard a little bit of the album. It wasn't really like, I wasn't like shook, but also she's like, it's hard to ignore her because also she had a bunch of controversies at like different award shows.
She doesn't want anyone to ask her for autographs. She doesn't think she owes anybody a hug or a high five on the street. She goes into studio, makes her music, and then leave me alone. That was the controversy as far as I understand.
I guess, yeah. I kind of vibe with that.
But yeah, I don't know if I vibe with that so much or to that degree. But if it's starting to affect your mental health and all of that, maybe there's some boundaries you can put into place. I do want to say about that album that it sounds quite nostalgic. The way it's put together sounds like...
It reminds you
of the old school music, and it's so lacquer. So it's really, really nice. And then Brat, Charlie XCX, I did not realize that Charlie XCX doesn't have a song called Brat Girl Summer. Because what were we all doing? And now we're going towards a Brat Girl Summer.
Do you think there's a song on College Dropout called College Dropout?
Mm.
Okay.
And then Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish.
By the way, with the Charlie XCX thing, sorry, I definitely think she could win as well. She pretty much owned. It was literally Brat Girl Summer. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no.
So there, New Blue Sun, just because we love Andre, and then Chappelle Roan and Brat, and then Billie Eilish. Okay. That's album of the year.
So wait, so who do you want to win, and who do you think will win?
I do think that Billy and Phineas had a phenomenal album.
I did love that album.
And then I really enjoyed Andre 3000's Flutes. It flutes my boot.
Oh, wow. I agree. I'm also the same. I want, between Andre and Billy, I want those to win.
Yeah.
But I know who's going to win.
Sabrina.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then when we go to the bookies, who are we putting our money behind?
Sabrina.
Okay, sure. We don't gamble though. Yeah. Fortnight by Taylor Swift, Song of the Year. Birds of a Feather, Billie Eilish. They're Not Like Us. They're Not Like Us. Kendrick Lamar, Song of the Year. Good Luck Babe, Chappelle Roan. Please, Please, Please. Sabrina Carpenter. The Bar Song, Tipsy, Shabuzi. Die with a Smile. Oh, I have so many feelings about this song. Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
Why do you have so many feelings?
Because I really like Lady Gaga. And you know, I am obsessed with Bruno Mars. Yeah. And I think with their powers combined, they gave us a song that is mid.
Is it?
I feel like that.
Okay.
I got
for their caliber.
You know, I listened to it. I watched the video. It was really beautiful and emotive. And you know, Bruno and then I'd never listened to it again.
And that's wild. Because Bruno is so talented. He makes us forget he's not tall. I think it's really short. That he gave me hope for Jesus.
What?
In the sense that if Jesus came back and he's not 6 foot, maybe people will still listen to him.
Do you think if Jesus was short, people would have a tough time following him? And then Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Okay.
Record of the Year.
Wait, no. What? So which song do you think is going to win?
I want Kendrick Lamar's song to win.
Not Like Us.
Yeah.
I also want Not Like Us to win.
Yeah.
But I think it's probably going to... I want that one to win as well. I did enjoy that song.
And then Please, Please, Please.
But I think Please, Please, Please is going to win. I definitely think Please, Please, Please is going to win. But They're Not Like Us literally had... You know, literally, I was passing by a school and I saw a bunch of kids literally like singing that song, and they were young kids singing that song.
Were they A minor?
Yeah. Exactly. Like it's crazy how that song has snatched the ears of everyone. And people, you know how funny it is to like watch like a bunch of like little Jewish boys at the bar mitzvah saying like Drake is not like us. You know what I mean?
When in actuality.
You know? So, like, that song has transcended a lot of...
Big time. And then rap. This is my last category I'm going to give you.
Okay.
The Death of Slim Shady. Eminem.
And I know how you feel about M. I love Eminem.
I love Eminem.
But...
I feel like the original Put Me On was me putting you on Eminem.
Yes. For sure.
As soon as I thought you could handle some of the language, then we were in there. Marshall Mathers LP, we were in there. We
Slim
were in
Shady
there. And we
LP.
even went to the concert.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the first time I saw boobs. That were not like from, you know, like...
Whose boobs are out?
That were not intended for... You know what I mean?
But I don't remember
at that Eminem concert, everyone was just like lifting their shirts. It was like... And I was just like, wow, God is good. Eminem is great.
I feel like I should apologize for doing that to you.
No, thank you. It was, you know, it was the Eminem concert. It was amazing. I'm happy about it. I was also old enough as well, but it was like, wow, you know? Boobs.
Never tell that story again. Don't associate me with that. But it was a great concert. It was.
Yeah.
Alligator Bites Never Heal by
Doechii.
Okay. Might Delete Later by J. Cole.
I hope that album doesn't win.
Doesn't?
I pray that album doesn't win.
Wasn't it?
Because there were so many things. The reason why he dropped that album as well, he was trying to, it was like almost a diss track towards Kendrick.
He was part of the beef.
And then he backtracked a bunch of things. Yeah. So like, it's like, imagine the album that can't even stand on its own business wins.
The Auditorium by Common.
Kind of Common is still commoning.
Common is everyone's boyfriend.
Yeah, but that what does that have to, like, he's dating the people that are at the Grammys probably, nah? Actually, he's probably dating
and then We Don't Trust You
by Future.
Ironically, by Future.
Mm-hmm.
Who perhaps also shouldn't really be trusted.
But that was also, that's the craziest part.
Yep.
Like 90% of the Grammy norms for rap are like, because people are beefing with Drake.
Yeah.
Because that We Don't Trust You album, the reason why it was blowing up was because that's where the beef started.
Yeah.
J. Cole's diss, and I'm sure Kendrick is somewhere along those lines.
Do you have a suspicion that possibly they're all working together to make this a reality? I know possibly Kendrick and Drake really, really have beef towards each other. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's a possibility that there's a conspiracy theory that let's all just pretend we're fighting.
Oh, like Mike Tyson taking a dive for Jake?
Maybe.
Okay. I genuinely think Kendrick Lamar hates Drake.
Okay.
I do think Drake wishes Kendrick didn't hate Drake.
Really?
Yeah. Because that's a soft Canadian boy, you know? Like, he wants to say sorry, and it's not going to happen. I feel bad. I don't feel bad for Drake. I know you say I feel bad for Drake, but it's not that at all. It's just like, I get it. Sometimes I ask myself, this is a question about like hip hop generally. Wait, what did Kendrick Lamar really mean when he said they're not like us? Because people are like, hey, you mean black people? They're not like us. But then I'm like, like hearing a South African say the N-word sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like I say it, but then I also sometimes get conflicted where it's like, should we actually? Because he has his argument that like niggas comes from ancient, like kings
you put him on a history lesson. It's part of a verse.
Like it comes from ancient kings and queens. Like they used to call each other niggas back in wherever, but so they're reappropriating the word.
Yeah.
But who suffered from the word? And I know
if you're mixed race, black and any other race, can you say that word?
If you feel for even a second that you probably shouldn't say the word, don't.
But if you had a mixed race friend and they said the word, would you feel offended?
Depends on the accent.
Okay.
Because there's some accents where I'm just like it's my mixed race friend, but he talks like, hey, how are you, my nigga? Man. Put that away.
I think we're done for today.
Thank
you, Spotify. Thank you, everyone who watches. Thank you if you've subscribed. I've had such a great time with you today. And we'll catch you on the next A Brother and a Sister podcast.
Yeah. I'm Moloi, and that is
Babi Moloi.
And this is the Brother Sister podcast.
Bye.
Bye.